Hello and welcome to Bioscholars Academy of Learning. Today in this lecture video we are going to be discussing about a very interesting topic, that is role of P53. So we will be studying what is P53, what is its significance, and how it leads to tumor and other problems. Okay, so first of all, P53 gene encodes a P53 protein, okay, which is around 53 kilodalton, and it is a tumor suppressor gene, okay, and it is located on chromosome number 17. And P53 basically acts as a transcription factor, okay, and regulates the expression of several genes involved in DNA repair, cell growth, apoptosis, antioxidant defense, and cell senescence. Okay, so it is going to, what is transcription factor? Those are factors which are going to enhance your transcription by binding to the promoter site. Okay, fine. So P53, this is very important. It is described as the guardian of the genome and cellular gatekeeper. So in a normal cell, P53 is inactivated by its negative regulator MDM2. When the cell is completely fine, what happens? This P53 is bound by another protein called MDM2. So what this MDM2 is going to do, it is a E3 ubiquitin ligase. Okay, it helps in the binding of ubiquitin to P53. So what does binding of ubiquitin to P53 does? It is going to cause proteasomal degradation of P53. Since P53 is a protein, it is going to cause the proteasomal degradation. Okay, so upon DNA damage, this is what is given here. Okay, upon DNA damage, various pathways lead to the dissociation of P53 and MDM2 complex. This is in a normal cell. Okay, now the cell is being having some DNA damage, probably during DNA replication or due to certain mutation. So at that time, what happens? The P53 will be activated. Okay, once the P53 activated, it induces cell cycle arrest, or it allows your DNA repair, various DNA repair mechanisms we have. Then it also results in apoptosis. Any three of the things can happen once the P53 is activated. Okay, now we will see how P53 is activated. I already told you, in a normal cell, P53 is highly unstable because of the presence of MDM2 and is present in very low concentration. Okay, in response to double strand breaks in DNA. Okay, in DNA, if there is a double strand break, that is going to activate protein kinase, that is called ATM. Okay, there is a protein kinase called ATM, and this ATM in turn activates CHK2. Now this ATM and CHK2 helps in phosphorylating P53. Okay, by phosphorylating P53, it is going to activate your P53 and prevent it from binding from MDM. Okay, so I have this slide. You can see this is a double strand break. You have this ATM being activated. Okay, then you have your CHK2 being activated. So this ATM2 and CHK2 is going to phosphorylate your P53. Now this P53 acts as a transcription factor for another gene called P21. So P21 will be synthesized. Now what this P21 does, it's going to cause cell cycle arrest. Okay, so how it's going to cause cell cycle arrest? There are proteins called cyclin dependent kinases which are going to regulate your cell cycle. Okay, so what happens, these cyclin dependent kinase, that is your G1 and S phase CDK and also your SCDK, is being inactivated, and hence it results in cell cycle arrest. Okay, there will be no further cell cycle, okay, until and unless the damage is being repaired. Okay, so this prevents the damage being inherited or being transferred to the next phase. Okay, that is one thing. Yes, so whatever I had told has been explained here. Yes, what kind of phosphorylation, amino terminal phosphorylation of p53 by ATM and CHK2 prevents MDM binding to p53 and stabilizes p53. Okay, and p53 along with blocking your cell cycle, it is also going to act as a transcription factor for the genes involved in BAX, PUMA and NOXA. And other than this, it is also going to help in apoptosis, okay, in a transcription independent manner. Okay, it is not something involved, it's not going to involve in transcription. So how does it do? p53 can induce mitochondrial outer membrane permeabilization. Okay, it's going to permeabilize your mitochondria and leading to release of cytochrome C. Okay, now this cytochrome C is going to induce your intrinsic apoptotic pathway. Okay, I will give you the link of apoptosis of my video also, so you can just go through it. So ultimately, what this p53 does, it is going to prevent cell cycle from getting into the next stage, or it's going to cause cell cycle arrest. It is going to induce apoptosis. It is also going to help in DNA repair. Okay, so these are the three important aspects. So whenever there is a mutation in a p53 gene, which is a tumor suppressor gene, you can expect tumor formation leading to metastasis and cancer. Okay, so this is all about today's lecture video. Thank you for watching. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much.